Ladies and gentlemen, our dignitaries have arrived. Kindly stand. Please remain standing as we play the Royal Anthem of Oman, followed by the National Anthem of India. Please be seated.
Now, Gurvan Singh Bhandari of Grade 6I will welcome our chief guest, Mrs. Divya Narang, wife of His Excellency, the Ambassador of India to Oman, in an eco-friendly manner with a lovely potted plant. Next, we have Riya Radha Bhatt of Grade 7I, who will welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Ahmad Asaf, Senior Manager, Gulf and Middle East, Cambridge Assessment International Education, with a potted plant.
Gurvan Singh Bhandari will now welcome Mrs. Razia Mohammad Ali, wife of our founder, Dr. P. Mohammad Ali, with a beautiful potted plant.
Hymns are rich with beautiful language, metaphor, and illustration. They fill us with hope, motivation, and positivity. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the ISGI choir presenting the hymn, Pass It On.
It only takes a spark to get a fire going, and soon all those around can warm up in its glowing. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you spread His love to everyone. You want to pass it on.
Now, Mrs. Papri Ghosh, Principal, Indian School Al Gubra, will formally welcome the gathering.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very proud moment for all of us to welcome all of you at the annual day program of ISG International after a gap of 2 years. We are extremely pleased to have with us this evening Mrs. Divya Narang, wife of His Excellency Amit Narang, the Ambassador of India to the Sultanate of Oman. And as a teacher, I am especially honored to have a member of the teaching fraternity presiding over our function this evening. Mrs. Divya is a trained teacher in both the Montessori as well as the IB curriculum. She has worked in schools across the globe for over a decade. We have seen her, us in the Indian community, actively involved in social and cultural activities all over Muscat. And we are very, very happy to have you this evening with us. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am, your very first visit to the school. Mr. Ahmed Asaf, Senior Manager, Gulf and Middle East of Cambridge, is our guest of honor this evening. Mr. Ahmed supports the Cambridge-affiliated schools in the Gulf. He has years of experience with educational services, publishing, and educational business development. He has been a pivotal figure in our journey towards becoming a Cambridge-affiliated school. What came across to me at my very first meeting with him, along with my president, Mr. Ahmed Reis, was his affable and helpful nature. Since then, we've had many interactions, and they have all been very, very positive, and we are indeed very pleased to have him with us this evening. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed, for sparing your time, coming all the way from UAE, and being present with us at our first annual day program after the pandemic. There is a host of dignitaries out here. A very warm welcome to all of you. Madam Razia, I'm very, very pleased that you're here with us this evening. It's an absolute pleasure. Mr. Mohiddin Mohammad Ali, thank you very much, sir, for being here. Mrs. Sumaya, thank you for being here. I am particularly pleased to see with us our former president of the School Management Committee, Mr. Suresh Virmani, our very first president of the School Management Committee, and Mrs. Rani Virmani. A big warm welcome to you. There are dignitaries, officials from the Embassy of India, Mr. Jaipal, who is also on the board. Very warm welcome to you. Mr. Praveen, sir, very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Also, I'm very pleased, Mr. Jaipal, that you could bring your father here, who's also a teacher. Thank you very much for bringing him over. There are members of our school management committee who are here. Our convener, Mr. Sunil. Welcome to you, sir. Mr. Mitrangshu Datta, also member of the school management committee. I'm very, very, very pleased to see here Madam Michelle from the Ministry of Education. Michelle, ma'am, we look forward to your presence because you bring with you a lot of positive energy to our programs. So I'm extremely happy that you're here this evening with us. Thank you. I can also see former parents out here. Thank you very much, who are well-wishers of the school. Thank you for being here this evening. A very warm welcome to all of you parents, grandparents, and thank you for supporting us all along and coming for this program. The journey of ISG International started in 2010. It was a maiden attempt by us to introduce an international curriculum which was offered then by CBSE to our school. Our core team worked at implementing this. Of course, Mrs. Sidar was there from the very beginning at the helm as vice principal, and so were a very large group of teachers, which is not so large now. Many have left. I wish to thank each one of you for your loyalty and commitment throughout our journey, which has not always been a smooth one. We've had some good times. We've also had some rough times. But we laugh whenever we reminisce about the rough times, and we remember the good times with a lot of happiness. But I just want to say that throughout this journey, the people who stood by us through thick and thin were definitely our founder, Dr. P. Mohammad Ali, and our president, Mr. Ahmed Rais. I wish to thank them for being there with us throughout our journey. Thank you very much. Today's program showcases our children, their talent, and their achievements. What you will witness will definitely show you once again that there was no pause button during the 2 years when school was closed. The children continued to blossom under the able and caring guidance of our teachers, my colleagues, and with the continued support of you parents. Thank you, parents. As you will soon see in the annual day report, that is ISG-i happenings, our children have done very well in various activities. They've also, the class that graduated, they've also got placements in very good universities throughout the world. And ISG-i has been in existence for not a very long time, and our alumni are scattered world over and are working as responsible global citizens even now. A few days ago, I had a very happy moment. One of the parents of our alumni came to meet me, and I was very pleased because for a teacher, everything is a learning experience. She was the mother of a former head girl of ISG-i, Mrs. Gupte, mother of Anushri Gupte, a former head girl of ISG-i. And she told me that Anushri graduated from Berkeley this year with molecular and cellular biology. I had to look at the paper because I'm not very familiar with these subjects, I'll be honest with you. And right now, she is working with the Beth Stevens Lab in Boston, which is, I think, attached to the Boston Children's Hospital. And this is the lab that has been set up by MIT and Harvard Medical School. Now, for me, being the quintessential teacher, I definitely Googled and looked up Beth Stevens Lab, and I found out what is it that they do. Of course, all of it went above my head. I'm just a teacher of English and social studies. Nevertheless, it was very, 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 very inspiring to read. And then I looked up people who work in Beth Stevens Lab, and there was Anushri's beautiful picture. That was such a proud moment for me. Very, very gratifying and a very proud moment. There is something called the Zeigarnik effect on memory. When a task is completed, our brain hits the delete button and our memory gets wiped clean. This is not what I'm saying. This is there. There's a study that has been done. Because our short-term memory struggles with space to retain information. So only the immediate things remain. That's called the Zeigarnik effect. But what I want to tell all of you is that the Zeigarnik effect does not work where teachers are concerned. I think somebody needs to do research on this, because there are hundreds of students who graduate from each class, from each teacher's class every year, and they remember each one of them. Many, many years later also, the teachers remember their students. I remember a particular student who's sitting right in front of me, and I remember everything about him being in KG2. I shall not mention names out here. So they remain there, etched in their memory forever, and I want to tell you that I am so grateful that I belong to the teaching profession. So with that, I'd like to say a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here this evening. Thank you, our chief guest, guest of honor, all our dignitaries, our beautiful parents, grandparents. Thank you for being here. And now we will show you the annual report of the international section, ISG-i Happenings. Thank you.
The mysterious new virus.
Coronavirus.
Put the entire country on lockdown.
First ever virtual investiture ceremony of ISG International.
Master granddad I may never see. So much to be consoled as to console. To be understood as to understand.
We are indeed honored by the presence of our very dear principal, Mrs. Papri Ghosh, to inaugurate this two-day mega event.
I remember seeing quite a few episodes of the first ever Sparkle that we had in 2020.
Art speaks where words are unable to explain.
Please accept our sincere congratulations. I think it's a wonderful initiative by your teachers.
Beautiful experience, ma'am.
So we'll have no more online meetings. We'll get to meet our children in school. Isn't that exciting news? Oh, everyone's gone already.
May I now request Mrs. Pyaraja Sidar, Vice Principal, ISG International, to take us to the next part of the program.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I now request our principal, Mrs. Papri Ghosh, to kindly escort our chief guest, Mrs. Divya Narang, and our guest of honor, Mr. Ahmed Asaf, onto the stage, please. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I'm sure our audience is waiting to listen to our guest of honor and our chief guest. May I now request our chief guest, Mrs. Divya Narang, to kindly address the gathering. Please, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm perfectly intimidated here, seeing all those achievers online and, of course, all their parents. So I'll begin with good evening, everyone. I used to love annual days as a student because when you're performing, then you're basically on stage, talking, having fun. And if you're not performing for the annual day, then that is the time when you're back in your classroom, having free periods, playing cross and zero, basically just enjoying your time, right? But as a teacher, I don't much like annual days. I've seen the other side. It's a lot of complaining from parents. Why is my child not in this play, and why is that child in that dance again? It's a lot of pressure from the admin. Why aren't the teachers completing the syllabus? The children don't want to study. And finally, if something goes wrong on the annual day, on stage, whom do we blame? Yes. So I don't much like annual day, but I admire all the teachers who have worked overtime, who have worked very hard, decorated this place, rehearsed with your children, rehearsed with the children or taken care of the children who have not participated, all of them. So let's, what do we give the teachers? Thank you. A big applause. A few years ago, I took my then 8th grader daughter to a school in India. It was her second day. Early in the morning, very early in Delhi schools, we were greeted by the supervisor of the school, who was so mean to my child right in front of me that these are good schools, that I didn't let her go back to the school ever again. Now, you fast forward that to 6 months ago, I again accompanied my child, who's in grade 12 now, to a school in Muscat so that she could give one of her competitive exams. And we were early. We were like 15, 20 minutes early. And I was having this conversation with my teenager. Do you want to come sit in the car? It's hot. Do you want to go in? You'll be alone. And, you know, it was one of those things. As a mom, I don't want her to go alone in the building, right? And a couple of teachers did walk past while we are talking. And we are still deciding this. And then we hear a very, very, very sweet voice behind us. Is there a problem? May I help you? And I answer, nah, we're early. We're just deciding whether we should wait in the car. And this lady puts her arm around my daughter and says, no, come child, let's go in. It's very hot here. I'll make you comfortable. I'm shocked. I'm not used to so much kindness. I somehow muster a, all the best, and walk away. So my girl comes back that evening and tells me that the lady/teacher made her very, very comfortable. Now, can anyone guess who that person was? You didn't know us. You didn't know us. Yes, Mrs. Papri Ghosh. She is the principal of this school. She does not know who I am. What was my child's name? Nothing. She saw a child and took her under her wing. As a parent, that's where I want my child to go to school, right? Now, Mr. Ahmed Rais is the president of the school, and he was very kind to extend this invitation to me today. And the only thing that I know about him, really, is that whether it's in Muscat or Kerala, if somebody is in an untenable position, he is there to help. Mr. and Mrs. Rais will be the first to offer their help unconditionally, without any judgment. They won't see if you're a good person or a bad person. You need help, we'll solve it. The rest is up to, the courts or God or whomever. Now we come to the founder of this school, Dr. Muhammad Ali himself, a very kind and compassionate person who has done a ton of good for his countrymen and others. His family is here right now, and I know for a fact that they all work with him to make this world a better place. For Mr. Muhammad Ali, I can say that the Pravasiya Bharatiya Award can speak for itself, but I want to add this, that he's a visionary in building schools and colleges so that the generations after him continue to thrive and grows. He endeavors to contribute in nation building whilst being one of the most soft-spoken persons I know. I'll go a bit off script, and I have to include Mr. Veermani here, whom I didn't know would also be in the room. Again, another Pravasi Bharatiya Award winner. What does that mean, Pravasiya Bharatiya Award? That he has done things for other people. He has helped other people. Why am I not talking about Elon Musk? Why am I not talking about Sundar Pichai? Why am I not talking about Rishi Sunak? I am choosing to concentrate on the people in this room, the people who are here, because these people, students, should be your role models. These people here are making... Thank you. These people here, they are making a better place in the world. They're making a better place where they live. What they are known for is their kindness. That reputation precedes their success. And they're not known for their bank balance. They're not known for the buildings they've made. But these are all successful people known for what they give of themselves to each other. At the same time being well-mannered, soft-spoken, and genuinely warm. So yes, by being kind, you make your world a better place in your own little way, every day, okay? And these people will be the first to tell you, Mr. Veermani, Dr. Muhammad Ali, Ms. Papri Ghosh will be the first to tell you that without hard work, there is no success. Without being passionate, creative, your teachers will tell you there is no success. But success and kindness are not mutually exclusive. Do you know what that means? It means you don't have to choose between being one and the other. It basically means you can be both. And you begin kindness now. You practice kindness now in small, little ways, so that when you achieve big successes, you are kinder in a bigger way. That's all that I have to say. But one more thing. Now, there is a saying that every person brings some happiness to this world. Some when they enter a room, and some when they leave the room. So you choose what kind of a person you want to be. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that very motivating speech. More so for sketching the experiences of a teacher so well. I'm sure my colleagues would love to put their hands together again for ma'am. So will everyone in the audience who loves their teachers. Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to request our guest of honor, Mr. Ahmed Asaf, to kindly address the gathering. Sir, please.
So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Distinguished guests, Mrs. Divya Narang, school leaders, teachers, parents and students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today, we are celebrating Indian School Al-Ghubra International Section, which is also a Cambridge school. We are celebrating enthusiasm, commitment, and sheer hard work. I would like to say that I'm truly honored to be here today, to participate in this great ceremony, and to represent my dear colleagues in Cambridge Assessment and Cambridge University Press and Assessment. On behalf of Cambridge University Press and Assessment, I would like to thank you all for your remarkable efforts. Today, we are honoring those who committed themselves to distinction. We are honoring those who worked late in the evening and early in the morning. We celebrate the winners who wouldn't take no for an answer. I would like to thank every teacher, every guardian, every parent who took this by his or her hands to make it happen. Students may have worked alone or in groups as we see them, but they had the support and encouragement of parents and teachers. Without that backup, they could not continue to do what they have done. Please join me in thanking the parents and teachers in the room, the real support system for every successful learner. Thank you. Finally, I would like to mention this motto. It's the words of Nelson Mandela. He said, "The winner is a dreamer who never gives up." You're all winners today, so please don't give up dreaming and working on your dreams to come true. Yes, you can. Yes, you did, and yes, you will. Thank you so much. Be blessed.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ahmed. It's always wonderful to hear it from you, the person who connects ISG with Cambridge. Thank you, sir. We now move on to the award ceremony. May I request Madam Divya Narang to kindly give away the awards. In the All India Senior Secondary Certificate Examination conducted by the Central Board of Education, New Delhi, for the students of grade 12, Aditya Samir Ketkar stood first in class 12. He was also first in mathematics and first in physics. Subject toppers in the All India Senior School Certificate Examination conducted by the Central Board of Education, Central Board of Secondary Education, New Delhi, for the students of grade 12. Karthik Praveen, first in English, first in mathematics. Sankalp Sinha, first in chemistry, first in mathematics, first in computer science. Sankalp is not here to receive the prize. Anvesha Bali, first in mathematics. She's not here today. Aryan Suhas Deshpande, first in chemistry. Manish Kanna Puvannan, first in biology. Joseph Anthony, first in engineering graphics. In the All India Senior School Examination conducted by the Central Board of Secondary Education for the students of grade 10, class topper Noah Hansel Barboza. He also secured the first position in English, Science, and Social Science. Subject toppers in grade 10 in the All India Senior School Examination, Katrekar Arush Rahul, first in mathematics and first in French. He's not here today to receive the prize. So we move on to Alina Amin, who secured the first position in English. Naman Kumar, first in mathematics, first in social science. Nandini Ishwaran, first in Hindi. Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Mr. Ahmed Asaf, Senior Manager, Gulf and Middle East, Cambridge Assessment International Education, to give away the next few awards. In the Cambridge A-level examination conducted by Cambridge Assessment International Education in the June series 2022, class topper Mankodi Anushka Unit. She secured an A-star in sociology, A in information technology, and A in economics. We now have the students who secured the ICE distinction in the IGCSE examination conducted by CAIE, that is Cambridge Assessment International Education, in June series 2021. Cambridge ICE group, I correct myself, June series 2022. Now, for you to know what Cambridge ICE is, Cambridge ICE is a group award for Cambridge IGCSE, recognizing the achievements of candidates who pass examinations in at least 7 subjects from 5 different subject groups. Chitrangada Siddharth Chaturvedi. She secured an A-star in business studies, A-star in economics, A-star in environmental management, A-star in math, A-star in French, A-star in information and communication technology, A in first language English. MashaAllah. Simran Kawatra, she secured an A-star in business studies, A-star in chemistry, A-star in math, A-star in French, A-star in physics, A-star in first language English, and an ICE distinction. The awardees will have to slow down a little bit because their achievement is quite long, thanks to the Almighty and thanks to all their hard work and the guidance of their teachers. Nitin Krishnan Muthukrishnan, A-star in economics, A-star in environmental management, A-star in Hindi, A-star in math, A in first language English, A in global perspectives, and an ICE distinction. Ashish Chaturvedi, he secured an A-star in economics, A-star in environmental management, A-star in math, A-star in physics, A in computer science, and A in first language English, and an ICE distinction. Ishita Sujit Shetty. She secured an A star in computer science, A in business studies, A in environmental management, and an ICE merit. And with all humility, ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you that was our first batch of students taking the Cambridge IGCSE examination. We now have the awards for the special appointments for the year 2022-2023. Head boy, Surya Krishna Ganti. Head girl, Meethi Sharma. Thank you, sir. May I now request our principal to kindly escort Madam Rizia Mohammed Ali and Mr. Moiddin Mohammed Ali onto the stage, please. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. May I request Madam Rizia Mohammed Ali to kindly present a memento as a token of our love and appreciation to Madam Divya Narang. May I now request Mr. Moiddin Mohammed Ali to kindly present a memento to our guest of honor, Mr. Ahmed Asaf, as a token of our love and appreciation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. We will now escort the dignitaries back to their seats in the auditorium. With that, we come to the end of the formal part of the function this evening. I will now request the compeers to kindly take over. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded the formal function for the evening. We shall now move on to the cultural extravaganza lined up for your viewing pleasure. We request you not to use your mobile phones or cameras during the show, as it will affect the quality of the program. Also, please note, the doors will remain closed throughout the duration of the program.
Once again, a big round of applause for Ivani Joshi for that beautiful recital. You may not be able to touch music, but music definitely touches you. Ladies and gentlemen, now all set on stage with percussion instruments to thrill you, violin melody to soothe you, guitar tones to rock you, piano keys to enchant you, and the versatile ISGI choir, Symphony in Harmony, to set you on a musical journey, a musical ensemble.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back
Life is a constant struggle, enveloped by chaos. We are continually searching for direction, motivation, and inspiration. Life is crazy, queer with its twists and turns, totally unpredictable, trying to push you over, kick you while you're down, hit you when you try to get back. But not everything can beat you. Life is happiness. It is discovery and creativity. It is youth and old age with everything in between. It is also acceptance of responsibilities. Life is something we should cherish. We never know when we'll perish. Live each and every single day. Smell the flowers. Stop and play. Life is something we've been blessed. Choice is yours. Choose your quest. Follow your passions and you'll be fine. With the right attitude, you will shine.
Hey, Kevin, how was school today?
3 million views? Wow!
3 million views? What do you mean? Tell me, how was your math test today?
Courses on gram today.
What are you even blabbering about?
What? Wait, give me a second.
You are incorrigible.
Goodness gracious, what is this? Can't you see where you're going?
Oh, so sorry, sir. He was just busy, sir.
Busy? Busy on the phone always.
Kevin, is everything alright?
Alright? You think so? As if you care.
Of course, Kevin. I'm sure we can fix it.
You really think so? You're eternally optimistic. Agreed. But there are a million things that will never get fixed. The sooner you accept it, the better.
But that was just a phone.
Just a phone?
Accidents happen.
Really? You have no idea what this phone meant to me. It has been my only solace in this boring, miserable, dark world.
Oh, stop this drama, Kevin. You need to look at the bright side. What is boring? Where's the miserable dark world? Well, buddy, just look around you.
Yes, I'm looking, and all I see is barren trees, twigs, and dry leaves all over. And that, tell me, What is bright about that creepy, wriggly, crawly, lazy caterpillar there?
Well, Kevin, everything is not what it seems. Does anything in life ever stay the same?
Oh, please. Give me a break. I'm in no mood for lectures.
Wait, Kevin, let me explain.
Creepy, wriggly, crawly, lazy, me, children these days, so easily disappointed. They just can't wait for that time to pass. Life throws so many challenges our way. Struggles and tussles meet us at every turn. Everything is subject to change. It's change that is certain.
When the night falls, it is not the outside that scares me. It is being alone with my thoughts and the darkness inside of me. But the silent hour of night hides another story. The world has slept to the glory of night. Look, it is such a pretty sight. Night gives some kind of peace,
where you can just be and seize. Nighttime lets you think about the pleasant day that is going to come. Reflect on the things of the past. Dreams of time which are going to last. Night is indeed pretty and nice. It lets you be yourself and wise. Give in to the warmth of the night. Give in to this wonderful sight.
experience both hardship and joy. Darkness will give way to brightness. The moon makes way for the sun eventually. All the ways of nature will find the way out, because the dawn must be breaking. Somewhere now, across the sleepy globe. And we bask in the glow of grace, rising faithfully, day after day. It will not pause, 'cause light and dark exist to make us seek and live a life of fearless faith. In the heart of a seed, buried deep, so deep, a dear little plant lay fast asleep. Wake, said the sunshine, and creep to the light. Wake, said the voice of the raindrops bright. The little plant heard, and it rose to see what the wonderful world outside might be.
As we watch it grow, it will go so much farther than you'll ever know. And whether that seed be action or word, whether harsh or kind, its power will be heard. And whether its fruit will bring joy or distress, you are the one who will injure or bless.
with leaves turning golden, nights drawing in, and fires being lit. Autumn is the perfect time. The greens of nature are jolly and cheery. The browns of autumn are rather sad. While the greens of nature are usually glad, dull and somber autumn is not so bad. Autumn browns are coming to town. Nature greens are moving away. It will make a striking difference in our neighborhood, they say. Autumn mornings are foggy, often dull and grey. Nature is settling its blanket, clouding the autumn day. No other had such grace as in one autumnal face. A mosaic of saffron, scarlet, and russet. Clear skies, crisp nature has a calming grace.
Winter was cold and stormy. Now, the ice has melted. It will soon turn to spring. All is changed. Nature starts living, and we hear birds singing. Bring forth new life again. Turn the winter to spring.
There's beauty in every corner. We see flowers blooming. All nature becomes new. Even snow in ice melt. By the warm love of spring, vibrant hues are felt.
I kind of agree with you, but I'm still not convinced. If all hardships eventually give way to happy endings, why do we have to struggle? Go through the fearful darkness, lay buried like a seed, suffer the freezing cold.
Do you know how diamonds are formed?
Yes, of course.
Well, a diamond doesn't start polished and shining. It was nothing special to begin with, but with enough pressure and time, it became spectacular.
Wow! Beautiful! This is so vibrant, colorful, amazing.
So now you don't find them creepy, wriggly, crawly, and lazy?
What's that got to do with these beautiful creatures?
How convenient! Have you forgotten the green caterpillar you scoffed at some time ago?
Yes. Now I realize life is beautiful and so colorful, full of surprises may be difficult, yet makes us strong and responsible.
Let's figure out our inner diamonds, hustle hard, and make our lives worth living.
It was indeed an evening of exciting music and dance. We strive for excellence, and we believe the race for excellence has no finish line. On behalf of the ISG International family, we would like to thank each and every one of you for all your support and cooperation. Your presence here has indeed been a source of inspiration for all of us. Have a great evening and good night.